What's poppin'? Welcome back. Been too long. Been really too long.
It's been like months, but we're back in action and we're ready to talk about the upcoming season.
Sports are in full force now, I'd say.
But before we talk about the upcoming season, I want to talk about this past season. One of our buddies, Kenny, obviously is right here. He made a little prediction. He had the Clippers going to the championship. So I think we were just wondering why and
where do you see the Clippers moving forward?
I think they had a great offseason in free agency. I feel like.
So why were you all in on the Clippers?
What were some of their big additions?
They were. Okay. I think last year they were lacking was a point guard. They had they really had no point guard.
And did they get a point guard?
Huh?
Did they get a point guard?
Did they?
No.
They didn't.
They
didn't.
They didn't get a point guard.
No, they did. They got Harrell for Serge Ibaka, which I think is a little bit of upgrade in my opinion.
For the team.
The Kawhi and Serge Ibaka chemistry, they already wanted to chip in Toronto together. So I don't know. Paul George just signed a crazy extension for like $229 million or something crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Which is kind of crazy. You're giving that much money for his
pandemic
performance.
So last year you were all in on the Clippers. But not only the Clippers, you're all in on Kawhi. That was the biggest part.
Yeah.
So did Kawhi disappoint you last year? Did the Clippers disappoint you?
He disappointed me in the playoffs, and so did he. Didn't really get any help from Paul George.
That's what you need.
I mean,
help from your co-star.
Yeah.
And it's really because when your co-star isn't doing anything and the defense knows that, then all the defensive attention is on you.
Yeah.
It goes to Kawhi.
Yeah.
So that's hard for them. I think the addition of Luke Kennard gives them better shooting.
Yes.
I like that.
I do like Luke Kennard.
Stretch out the floor.
I like that. I think the Clippers get more competitive. I don't see them blowing another 3-1 lead. I just see them flat out losing.
I mean, hopefully, maybe we get a Clippers Lakers. Maybe. I mean, we felt the same way last year. Everyone thought it was going to be Clippers Lakers.
I wanted Lakers Clippers.
Everyone thought.
I wanted Lakers Clippers.
I don't think anyone could have predicted the Clippers would blow a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets.
No.
What the Nuggets did was amazing. Come back from how many 3-1 leads? Two in a row?
Two series. Yeah, 2 series of 3-1
And in the bubble, they had like 2 days rest in between the games.
Oh, yeah. They had
that was crazy.
Not only that, but in the Clippers, when they were down 3-1, Game 5, Game 6, and Game 7, I'm pretty sure they were all down by like 15.
I watched
the Nuggets were down by like 15 in all those games.
The All the Smoke podcast with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, and Paul George was on it recently, and he said that during the season, and he said that like during when they were up against the Clippers or the Nuggets when the Clippers were up, that he was like, oh yeah, we got him next game. Like they didn't make Paul George. He said, yeah, we got him next game when they lost, and he was like, they didn't make any changes.
Yeah.
They were just like, yeah, we got it.
That whole team seemed like there was no accountability. Like even when the players came out, and said that Paul George and Kawhi were getting special treatment, getting their own.
They said Paul
trainers
got to pick their when they played.
Yeah, they got to pick everything.
And I completely forgot that Doc is at 76ers now. So if they get James Harden, that just like they have a good coach and then
good GM. Daryl Morey went to the Sixers now too. I liked him.
I like Dwight Howard on them too.
Dwight Howard did go to the Sixers. Yeah.
And Seth Curry. So the Nuggets came back from 3-1 twice
against the Nuggets.
You really think I think that's a resemble of the bubble. Like if there was no bubble, I don't think the Nuggets.
I don't see the Heat making it to the NBA championship either.
You said what?
I don't see the Heat making it to the championship.
Oh, if it's a bubble, if it's not the bubble, yeah, I'm putting my money on the Bucks and Celtics.
Yeah. So new season coming up, which means new predictions. So this season we're going to be talking about. Who do you guys think MVP? Just like off rip, who do you guys think?
My long shot MVP is Damian Lillard. Long shot.
Okay.
I would take Lillard. If I would like a long shot,
I was not expecting that. I like that.
I'm gonna do a dark horse MVP.
That's my dark horse.
And then one that I would put my money on. Dark horse Trae Young. I'm really like the Hawks this season. They added a lot of nice players. They got 2 backup point guards, which I like. Trae Young, he's literally Steph Curry Jr. I mean, he averaged like 30 last year, 28, something like that. Yeah.
28-7, I think.
So if the Hawks they'd have to get a top 3-4 seed in the East. But if they do that, which they have a pretty good team,
I can see them getting 4 or 5.
But if they make the next jump, top 3 or 4, then I'd say him as a dark horse MVP. But if I had to put my money on someone, it would be Luka.
Yeah, okay. That's who my MVP prediction was. But I think my dark horse, I don't know if it's a dark horse. I can see Anthony Davis taking it.
I can see Anthony Davis doing it too. It's just I doubt the media would give it. If LeBron and Anthony Davis both have historic seasons like they always do, and the Lakers are like top 1 in the West, which they probably will be because they added even more players. But if they do that, I don't see the media giving it to Anthony Davis over LeBron James.
The only thing
that's just the LeBron James
Anthony
effect.
Davis is he hasn't even reached his prime yet. He's 26 years old.
Has Giannis won the MVP 2 years in a row?
Yeah.
No,
wait.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Giannis, but 3 in a row. That's stretching it.
The media,
definitely possible, but 3 in a row. That's why.
I don't think anyone's won 3 MVPs in a row since like the 80s, and Larry Bird did it or something. LeBron hasn't won 3 in a row.
No. So, and talking about MVPs, James Harden. James Harden is being a bitch right now. He's being a complete diva drama queen right now. It's
multiple
crazy.
in the NBA, yeah.
Kyrie as well.
Kyrie, you need to get their stuff together.
James, you're getting paid crazy amount of money.
You could go.
You're out with little baby.
I think that's the thing. I think I feel a little bit more sympathetic to Kyrie. Because James Harden is literally he's missing practice, he's missing training camp and shit. And he's out with Lil Baby right now.
If I'm looking at it as a fan of rap, that's awesome.
That's awesome. I love to see the collab. I love to see the collab.
But as a fan of NBA, that's terrible.
Why doesn't James? There was a 2-year, $100 million contract, right? They offered him, so you can make
something like that.
He could just stay at the Rockets for 2 years and then say, like this.
The thing about that, I don't like that for James. James is gone. He knows the Rockets are done.
But I don't.
They don't have a chance.
He wants to go to championship team, and I think
I don't blame him. Yeah,
I don't blame him either.
But I don't like how he's approaching.
And I would love him to go to the 76ers.
He could approach it in a more professional way, dude. Like you're making. How much does he make? 40 million a year, somewhere around that.
2 teams have already dropped out of trade talks with Harden.
The Heat and the
Nets.
Okay,
but let's put. It's
opening for the 76ers.
Did Sham say that? Who said that? Is that what you're just? Is that what you're just hearing on
trust
Twitter?
Me, bro.
Trust me, source. Trust me, bro.
It's one of Tyler Hero, and the Heat were barring.
I would bar, yeah. I
would bar that shit.
So, all right, I'm gonna still consider the Nets on the table though, because they have a lot to give up.
The most realistic trade, I can see him going to the Bucks for Chris Middleton.
Yeah, the Bucks would have to give up Chris Middleton, and not do that for the Bucks. If I'm the Bucks, I'm giving up anyone and everyone for James Harden. You're not.
I like their team right now. I think
I've liked their team for the past 3-4 years, and I do not love their team right now. I would love their team if they had James Harden.
This is the best thing the Bucks have had.
You love the Bucks team right now?
I do too. I think they're gonna make it out of the East. I think because.
Well, let's flow into that. So you think the Eastern, Western. So Eastern, you have the Bucks. Who else you have?
Wow.
The Bucks, and I don't know yet. The Bucks is the only one I'm for sure on because I think this is their best thing they've had. They got Drew Holiday. They finally got a.
That's why I like Harden with that team too, because you have the defense right there with the Drew, so you don't have a defensive liability.
They pretty much switched out Eric Bledsoe for Drew Holiday, which is an upgrade.
Which I love that.
I think if you trade for Harden, you have to give up Drew though too. You have to give up Drew, Middleton, and a pick.
Give up Dante and a pick.
If they take Dante
and a pick.
Yeah. I wouldn't give up both Drew and Chris.
Because
the
pick wouldn't matter for them. If they're buying in on James Harden, you don't need the pick.
You don't need the
first round pick. Because it's gonna be bad if you trade for James Harden. It's gonna be like a 25-30.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to see James Harden on the 76ers. I think that's a good.
I think that would be the fit for him. Like as a fan, I think that would be.
It's not
awesome.
a guaranteed chip, and but they have they can compete.
They
have one of the best three in the league.
Because right now it's like the Bucks is the powerhouse in the East, and like everyone. I don't know, because then the Nets are in the conversation.
The thing, I don't think there's a powerhouse in the league at all, because we were talking about this is
the
most
only powerhouse is the Lakers.
They do have they have the one in arguably top 2, top 3. They do have number 1 and number 3 probably. I'd say number 1 and number 3.
They lost all of their role players with Danny Green, Dwight, JaVale,
which isn't anything. Which isn't a lot.
And they replaced them all with. They replaced Danny with Dennis.
Yeah, they got Marc Gasol, Montrez. I still like Markieff Morris. I mean, he's still there.
Markieff Morris, Caruso,
Caruso. So they're going deep.
Who else? Wesley Matthews.
They're 8, 9, maybe 10 deep. Kyle Kuzma's still there. He's a body.
I think Wesley Matthews is
and Taylor Horton Tucker played really good in preseason. 19-9.
Wesley Matthews is honestly not great for getting green. I feel like he's a better
and a defender. Is he a better defender? I don't know.
He's a better defender.
They're pretty similar in the way they play.
Very similar. But it takes away from the Bucks, which I like.
You had to get rid of Danny Green after the season, bro.
Yeah. Danny Green, terrible player. Terrible player.
So I'd say for the Eastern, my predictions for Eastern, I'm going to have to go to the Nets because I'm all in on Kevin Durant. I think he's going to come back healthy. 90% at start, but I think he's going to work his way back to 100%. You can't stop Kevin Durant.
I'll take the Bucks and the Nets out of the West or the East if the Nets don't get James Harden. I think the Nets if they get James Harden, it's just too much.
If the Nets get James,
it's too much.
That's why I don't want. Oh wait, no, I think it's too much. Like the Nets are easily going to win a championship if they get James Harden.
Oh no, because they're going to have to give up way too much.
I don't care. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie, that's enough.
After that,
that's enough.
Their fourth best player in the team is
DeAndre.
Carabo.
No, DeAndre.
They're
not giving up DeAndre.
They'd give up
Dinwiddie. No, they'd give up 2 of either Karras, Jarrett, and Dinwiddie, and then they'd give up
way too much.
No, it's not.
Then your fourth best player is
I'd give up
Timothy.
I would give up. You have to give up Karras LeVert because the Rockets aren't just taking Jarrett and Spencer. You have to give up Karras.
I don't think they should. Their team is fine right now.
Probably Spencer Dinwiddie because you're gonna have hella guards
right now without Harden.
Yes, I totally agree.
Because they have depth. Depth is the most important thing in the NBA.
No, stars are the most important thing in the NBA, bro.
But you have the stars, and then you need the good.
You also do have depth, yeah. But I'm all in on Kevin Durant, bro. 100%. He's gonna be good. You can't stop Kevin Durant
at center.
at center. I don't care where you play Kevin Durant. 1 through 5, you can play him anywhere. I don't care. He's gonna get a bucket. No one's gonna be able to guard Kevin Durant, and he'll go lock down your best player. Not lock down unless it's LeBron James, but anyone else, pretty much, dude.
Another hot take for me. I see the Mavs finishing second in the West.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say the Mavs. So I have in my West, I had the Lakers and the Mavs, bro.
Imagine that conference finals.
If the Mavericks stay healthy, they can do that,
bro. Because they were so unhealthy last year, and they almost beat the Clippers. Now they have Powell back.
Yeah, who they added?
Really good.
They added. They got rid of Seth.
What's his name?
And added
Richardson. Josh
Richardson from the Sixers.
If KP is healthy in the Clippers Mavericks series, they have a pretty good shot of winning that.
I think KP and Luka might be the most underrated duo in the league.
Yes.
Because people underestimate Kristaps.
It's literally just a white version of LeBron.
Dude, honestly,
really
Kristaps is honestly like, if you watch him play,
he's really
like a
good.
shooting guard center. Like he can shoot.
He has range, and he's shooting over anyone. Like no one's gonna be able to block a shot.
Yeah. Shout out Porzingis.
So in terms of dark horse players and teams, like what are you excited about this year?
I'm really excited to see like the lower half of the seeding, how that goes, how the play-in turns out, how that turns out for the higher seeds.
I'm glad.
Like maybe the Rockets I have to play the play-in, and then the Lakers or someone have to play the Rockets, which is not an easy 8th seed at all.
I'm so glad you said that because this is like one of the first few years where I'm actually excited about watching teams like the Hornets, the Hawks.
Yeah. There's so many teams that were irrelevant a couple of years ago.
Oh, the Hornets. I mean, don't like Gordon Hayward, LaMelo Ball. It's gonna be an exciting team.
Shout out to Gordon Hayward's agent. First of all, for that contract that he just got.
The fucking bag.
Wow, $110 million
over 4 years, bro.
Was it 110 or
120? I think over 4 years.
120 over 4.
What did he do? What did he just put up like 17?
He was really bad in the playoffs, bro. He was really bad in the playoffs for the Celtics.
It's not surprising that a team like the Hornets would go after.
Is this Gordon's first season back since he broke his leg? Or
no,
has it been 2 years?
Last year
last year was his first season back, but he still was having injuries.
He still was good,
and he was still having injuries too. So he's had little knick-knack injuries here and there.
I think it was the mustache. I think once he got rid of that, I think he'll be good.
Right, Gordon had the biggest transformation I've ever seen in my life. Maybe the what's his name? The dude that used to play for the Heat, all the tattoos. Birdman. Birdman was goated, bro.
I think
Birdman was not.
Biggest transformation is definitely Steven Adams, though. Like, have you seen his rookie year now?
Yeah. Speaking of Steven Adams,
bro.
The Pelicans are, dude.
The Pelicans and the Hornets are the team.
They're either going to be like a mid-playoff team, like a 4th or 5th seed, or they're going to be in the play-in, which is going to be really exciting.
Play-in is such a good element this year. I'm so glad they added that.
Explain the play-in for the viewers that don't know.
So the play-in is basically the 7th and 8th seed of each given conference will play each other for the 7th seed in the playoff spot. The 9th and 10th seed will also play each other
for the 8th seed.
For the 8th seed, but the loser of the 7th and 8th seed will have to play the winner of the 9th and 10th for that last 8th seed spot. So realistically, you can be the 7th seed in the standings and not make the playoffs if you lose both play-in games.
Which is rare, but it's
a good. I like that. It's a good element.
The only thing like NBA fans like complain about is the fact that the regular season doesn't matter.
And now it matters.
Makes the season matter. Makes every game matter.
I think it's a good change. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Adam Silver again. Adam Silver, you are the GOAT.
He is the GOAT. I think the most important part of that is just the fact that now that we have the play-in games, we can judge to see who actually deserves the playoff by the actual roster that they have at that given time. Like for instance, if let's say a team like the Raptors did so good in the regular season and they waltzed their way to like the number 7 just off the beginning of the regular season. Pascal Siakam goes down. That team is absolutely trash. We feel like the Hornets are way better than the Raptors after Siakam goes down, and then
the Hornets
sneak in because they beat him in the play-in game. So it's
what
actually
your predictions.
LaMelo Ball. Dark horse, which we have a video coming out after this. Poku. What's his name?
It's Alexei
Pokusevski. We're kind of high. We don't know yet.
He's either gonna be the GOAT or he's gonna be the biggest bust.
The worst player of all time. Literally the worst player of all time. But be prepared for that video because there's a lot of exciting shit about that kid. Hella potential.
And he's on track to be the best rebuild ever.
He's on the Thunder, which generally they're good at rebuilds. Sam Presti's a G, and also, bro, he might have a hella minutes this season. Bro, he's gonna have a hell of a chance. He's gonna get a lot of play until a lot of time out there.
I want to see what the Wizards do. I'm really excited to see like who do you guys think won that trade?
Which trade?
The Wizards Rockets.
I think
the Wizards won.
I don't think anyone won, but I feel like if the Rockets trade James Harden, then I definitely like the way they're going and rebuilding.
Yeah.
But if it's just like a trade to try to still contend, I hate that trade. I do not like it.
That's really bad.
At all.
That's really bad. Because the Rockets, they were getting rid of Russell Westbrook, and they got the same player back.
They got
pretty much. I mean,
but he gives you less points.
I'd say Russell Westbrook is a little bit better than John Wall, but they're almost like this. Not the same player, but they're giving you the same.
And you got to also first round pick. What does that even mean? It's going to be a mid. It's going to be like a number 14, 15 pick. Like, okay, cool.
This first round picks aren't as valuable as people think.
So who do you guys think added the most in the offseason? What team just really mattered?
It's kind of hard not to say the Lakers.
It's really hard not to say the Lakers or maybe the Hawks. I see the Hawks. I think they took the next step.
The Hawks added a lot of nice pieces.
How do you say it?
Bogdanovich
from the Kings. They Gallinari too. They drafted Onyeka Okongwu, basically Bam Adebayo.
That's why I think the Hawks are the next team to take that step.
They're looking like the next Warriors.
That's what I'm saying. Even in the way that the league is shifting, they're literally the league.
And one of my most improved player predictions is on that team as well.
Who?
Cam Reddish.
You have Cam Reddish?
Because in the last 10 games before the season was canceled, Cam Reddish was balling.
You know what? So he was a rookie this year, right?
Yeah.
So you think he's gonna make that second year jump?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna say second year jump, I'm
not having a PJ. I think
PJ Washington?
No, Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
Yeah.
He showed some flashes in the playoffs. He's just young.
He was really good.
He showed some really good flashes, some really bad. I think he could have a big year this year. So he may be.
The Nuggets, I don't know, because Jeremy Grant was a big piece for them.
Yeah, he was.
And he does not look good for the Pistons.
He does not. 1 for 11 shooting, 0 for 5 threes.
Did the Nuggets add anyone of value?
No.
I know they got RJ Hampton in the draft. Yeah. Bol gonna play next year.
Millsap's on the team.
Yeah.
Millsap's on the team, which he's gonna have to pick it up.
He's getting older.
Dude, they have Jokic and Murray still. That's the only thing that really matters.
That's the only thing
they dominated in the playoffs. Pretty much them too. They took over.
I want to see a Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray part 2, bro.
Yes.
In the playoffs.
I was really disappointed in the Jazz's offseason.
They never do much.
Yeah.
They never really make a splash. Which, if you're a small market team, bro, you got to do something.
Yeah. And Mitchell just signed that extension.
The Jazz are always just in that 5 to seed to they're always right there, but they never have that much talent.
I think it's time to move past Gobert.
No.
Yes.
I disagree. Why do you think that?
Gobert just doesn't do it for him, man. He really just doesn't.
I think he's good for that team, what they're doing right now, and I don't think they can get anything that they want from Gobert. Who's offering? Who wants to trade for Gobert?
A selling team.
That's what the Jazz would want, yeah, but I don't know what they get for Gobert.
I really don't.
I'm trying to look at the standings.
My dark horse rookie of the year, Obi Toppin.
I was gonna say that.
He played good.
Obi Toppin. Hometown hero for the Knicks.
Yeah.
I like the story.
He looks good in the Knicks.
He looks good. And
the Knicks finally get a good draft pick. I hope maybe it's their luck.
Maybe this is the year.
I think they missed on RJ. I don't think RJ is going to be good.
No, RJ, he was pretty much
played
with one of the worst teams. I watched the thing on Twitter.
He averaged 17. Actually, RJ did not do bad last year. On the Knicks, for how bad they were, he shot over 40%.
Yeah,
that's all I need to see from.
That's kind of a W.
That's a small W. And the spacing they had, every time RJ would drive and try to create something, everyone would just collapse and it just wasn't right.
The Knicks are just bad.
The Knicks are just bad. I'm sorry for all Knicks fans. Oh my god.
Bro, the players are bad, the front office is bad, the fans are bad.
I'm not sold on RJ.
I'm not sold on anybody the Knicks.
I'm not sold on Zion either.
He's smoking literal dick. Are you not big on Zion either?
No, I'm not huge.
He's not the face of the NBA.
I'm sold. I agree. I'm sold. LeBron James is the face of the NBA.
They're pushing for him to be the
face of the NBA.
Well, LeBron is almost done. He's not going to be the face. They got to find
It's going to be LeBron and then Luka.
Luka's going to be better than Giannis.
Luka might be better than Giannis. I don't know, but Luka's going to be the next face.
Better than Giannis right now, but we're not going to talk about that. The casual.
I don't know if we're ready for that conversation yet. I don't know if we're ready.
They're not ready for that.
He might be though. It's tough because Giannis doesn't really have a jump shot, and it matters late in the game. It really does.
It really does.
Same with Ben Simmons. This is why I'm giving him 1 more year. Ben Simmons, you have 1 more year.
He said that last year.
I'll pull. No, I didn't.
Can we talk about you being
I'll pull a Mario Judah Ben Simmons if you do not know how to make a jump shot next year. Make a jump shot next year, Ben Simmons.
Roll a clip.
This is my speech
Max
to you.
Definitely said that last year.
I'll look it up. I don't think I did.
Well, last you said the 76ers were gonna You
Come out of the East. He said the
big on
76ers
this.
were coming out of the East.
Okay.
You guys attacked me for saying the Clippers were, and a lot of people were on my side. Like, a lot of people thought the Clippers
The
were.
prediction god is out of this.
I'm gonna stick up for myself again because first of all, y'all got the wrong prediction too. Y'all said the Bucks come
Well,
out.
I
of the
know,
East,
but y'all
so y'all
came
said
at
it wrong. The reason I came at you is because the Clippers really. What did they battle? What did they battle? The Sixers. They lost Ben Simmons in the playoffs. I mean, like that's their whole team. Like if you don't have Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win no matter who you play.
Ben Simmons has always been injured, so he can't stay healthy and he can't shoot.
But
I wonder what his injury was.
If he was healthy, do you think they're making him come out?
I'm not worried about it.
He fucked up his leg.
I'm not worried about it.
Even if Ben was healthy, they're still not coming out of the East.
I think it was like a major.
Oh, this
tear.
year, yeah, I don't
think
agree.
it was like a major tear, like
Are you serious?
something big. Yeah, I think he actually like messed it up bad.
Shit, that gives him less time to focus on conditioning and more time to focus on shooting. He won't though. Partial dislocation of his left patella. That's not bad.
That doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound good, yeah, but it's not bad. He'll be straight. He'll be fine.
But like
you
he's
can
always
dislocate
been
like your finger. That's not big, but dislocating something else could be a way.
In your knee?
Yeah.